Oh, that's on?
Yeah, green light's
Ah, what? Oh, look.
on.
Wow, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Wow. What are you watching?
It's your ad, sir. So you tell me. You tell me.
Oh boy. Well. I guess we ought to just go ahead and hook up your microphone then. Since you're gonna get sassy tonight. Since Bessy is gonna get sassy. She's got her sassy pants on, boys and girls.
They're not on.
She's got her sassy pants on. Where's the other? Where's the?
What'd you do with it?
Oh no. Is it attached? I don't.
It's
I
not
can.
attached to me. I can tell you.
I
that.
can. I only keep track of mine because it's attached to my hat. Oh, I bet it's in the box. I hope it's in the box. It's in the box.
It's in the box. Did you check the box?
It's in the box. I checked the box.
Did you check the box?
Okay. Oh, boys and girls are probably going to be picking up a lot of that noise of me touching the microphone. Oh well. No, it looks fine. Okay, give me a sound check. Yeah, is that how you're planning on talking?
Probably. Something along those lines.
Yeah, give me a little more sass in that.
I'm giving you. I'm at 8, and that's the best.
Can you guys hear the Bessy? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Can you hear the Bessy? Give him a sound check, Bessy.
This is a sound check for Bessy. She's very tired.
Spicy and sassy. Talamika says, "Hello, friends. Message retracted." Ooh. Good evening, Chris Girardi. Good evening, Mark Duval. Beast is live. Chris Girardi.
Marty says I'm really soft.
That's vintage soft. Vintage soft. All right, I'm gonna try and turn up her gain a little bit. See if I can get a little more juice out of her. Give me another sound check, Bessy.
This is Bessy's sound check. 1, 2, 3.
Is that how you're gonna talk when you're saying stuff?
Probably. I'm at my top level.
That's your top level. That's it.
With all this going on, this is the top.
Okay. I guess that's all we're going to get tonight, boys and girls. Bessy was at the dentist earlier today. So sorry. We're lucky that she was here at all. We're going to go officially live in about 2 minutes. I meant sound-wise. Bessy, not Beast. That's okay. She is the Beast. Her volume is low. Well, I turned it up and I'm not sure that I can. I don't know that we're going to get much more than that tonight because we'll be lucky if she even says anything else for the rest of the evening. E.S. Taylor. And adjust the squelch. I have no idea what you're talking about, brother. Yeah, my squelch was adjusted long ago. And now it just hangs there.
I don't think that doesn't go right.
That doesn't sound right. And adjust the squelch. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Let's see. We're gonna go live here in just about a minute. Hey, Neil Morgan, how are you doing? I'm working on this tank.
Ooh.
I'm working on this new tank that I want to put together. Did I get my email about Carnage? Yes, I did. I did, in fact. And I apologize for not getting back to you already. I have no excuse other than I'm lazy and fat. And therefore, I just don't get around to too many things anymore. Long ago and far away, Telemachus says.
Hey, guess what? It's 8 o'clock.
Oh, we're going to call it 8 o'clock. Hey, everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and I am with the world's most dangerous Bessy. She went to the dentist today and had a procedure. So she's a little tender. So she's not at full oomph this evening. So a few little things I wanted to go over tonight, and one was I want to talk with you just real briefly about where we're standing on the Kickstarter, and feel like we're doing pretty good. I've got the files uploaded to the printer for the characters book. So as soon as they go through the files and say check them off as being ready to print, I'm going to try to print a proof copy. Shouldn't take too long for them to get me a proof copy, and then we can go into the full print run. In the meantime, I've started working on the China Station book, so we got to get that hammered out. Few extra things that I really want to include in it. We'll see how everything comes together. And then we have to get both the characters book and the China Station book printed. And that's basically it. At this point, I believe we have all of the cards that we need for the Kickstarter, either on hand or on the way. We have, I think, all of the miniatures that we need to fulfill all of your rewards.
Hopefully, unless we miscounted.
Correct. Either on hand or on the way.
Mm-hmm.
So those are also, let's see, stickers, Amish war discs, all of those things are on the way also. So at this point, it's like, from a work perspective, it's really about China Station, and basically waiting for everything to get here. So it's kind of exciting, actually. It's really, really cool. I will be even more happy when I can get a proof copy of the characters book. But in the meantime, if you were a backer for our most recent Kickstarter, and the characters book was part of your rewards, then you should have your PDF of the characters book now. So if you don't, then you need to let Bessy know. Right?
Right. Also, the PDF is on the store.
Also, the PDF for the characters book is now officially on the store. So if you missed the Kickstarter and you would still like to get the super awesome characters book, then you can do that as well. We've already had a few people going in there and getting that, even before we really had it announced. So people were pretty quick to jump over there. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else about the Kickstarter that we need to go over?
We sent out the PDF for the stretch goals.
The stretch goals PDF was also sent out. So almost.
You had to spend $11. That was.
I thought it was 10, but anyway, $10 or $11. As long as you spent $10 or $11 on the Kickstarter, then you also receive the stretch goals in the PDF form, which should just about be everybody. Certainly, if you're watching this show, I bet you probably kicked in more than $10. So that's another PDF you should have. So I wonder what other PDFs do we still have outstanding. Well, there would be the characters book, not the characters book, the China Station. The China Station PDF would still be outstanding. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Now, big apologies to all of our subscribers for the scenario of the month. I know, I know Bessy is running behind on that. She should have had it sent out already. I don't know exactly what the holdup is, but
I do.
What is the holdup?
This guy.
This guy.
It kind of has to be finished before I can
release.
I thought you were writing this month's
you were
scenario
writing
of the
this
month.
one.
I thought she said she was going to write this month's scenario of the
I think
month.
you're drunk again.
You know I don't drink. I do not drink at all.
I mean, you drink some beverages.
I do drink water. Beans! Always handle with care. Oh, well. Telemachus. Amish war disc. Handle with care. Very cool. Learning the secrets as we speak. Okay. What does Mr. Lowe say here? Wondered what's on the side of the room where the camera is. That side of the room? Is that what you're asking about?
Give me a sneak peek.
I'll flash you if you want to flash. There's a light over there. That's where the Zeppelin is kept. Is up above there. There's some books over here where I have my books for easy reference. There's the camera. You can see the camera there. There's a clock. Sorry, this is my shaking hand. That's not a good hand to try to hold the camera in. But anyway, there's my whiteboard where we have some notes. There's the stuff. There's a hat rack. There's hats. There's really nothing over there. And there's, of course, the hallway of doom and destruction.
Doom.
Doom, the hallway of doom and destruction.
We don't go back.
So yeah, well, she doesn't go back there.
It's dangerous.
Okay. Let's see. What else do we have to go over? One thing I don't think we do a good job is shout outs to our buddies in the UK at Sally Forth. Chris and Anne and what's her son's name? Doggone it. I apologize. I suddenly had a brain fart there. But anyway, Chris and Ann at Sally Forth do a wonderful job of trying to stock a lot of the Pulp Alley stuff, and they are in the UK. So if you are in the EU or in the UK, and you're looking for stuff, Pulp Alley stuff and other stuff as well, be sure and check out Sally Forth. Their web page, I can't tell you that because it's not Sally Forth. It's War Games something, War Games Terrain or something like that. So,
sure.
Yeah, sorry. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for this.
We wrote it on the board, but we were not prepared.
I don't really know what I'm doing. So be sure to check them out and all the fun stuff that they carry over there. And if there is a Pulp Alley product that you would like to get, then pester them and say, hey, I'm in the UK and I want you to get me one of these. And then I'll send it to him and then he can send it on to you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So another thing that happened this week, which was really cool, is the folks over at Old Hammered YouTube channel posted a really fun Pulp Alley scenario. They went back and did the Innsmouth Gold scenario solo. So Lee and Lynn over there, it's really just Lee doing it. I think he said that Lynn was upstairs or something, but so he played a solo game, and so far I think he just posted part 1, but he did better than I did. He got further than I did. It's one, he had more characters out there than I did in my scenario, but he also was able to hold them off a little better and kind of control the movement of the bad guys. Now it's not finished yet though, so he posted I think part 1, and so he's got his captain who's trying to get back to the boat with the gold idol. And so far, it looks like he might still have a chance, but it's looking kind of bad as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I think he posted like the first 4 turns or so, and so I'm excited to see how that turns out for him. Innsmouth Gold scenario. It's a fun one. Hey, Smartass Podcast. That's okay. That's okay, buddy. Glad you jumped on here with us. I appreciate it. Let's see. They've actually done a few scenarios, a few Pulp Alley scenarios.
Yes, some really good ones.
I did one with them, which was the zombie hunt scenario and just got slaughtered. I was playing it solo, and the too many zombies were just like overwhelming me. It was just like zombies coming out the wazoo. And honestly, you just don't want any zombies coming out your wazoo. That's something I've noticed as I go through life.
That
So
feels
that's
like
just
a health problem.
yeah, just a little, wise advice for everyone at home. If you're having any zombies coming out your wazoo, see a doctor. Um, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, let's move on. Um, so if you haven't been watching our Sunday Perilous Island campaign, you ought to be, because it's super awesome. So the big difference between the campaign and like the 150,000 other videos that we've done is that for this, we're keeping track of the assets, the resource points, the reputation, the experience points, and things like that. We have 4 players going through this campaign, and they are playing the same leagues over and over again so that they can build up some resources and experience and things like that. So I'm actually interested. And do we have Matt Spence on here tonight?
I
No.
haven't seen him.
Hey, Robert Reynolds is on here. Hey, Robert Reynolds, thank you for joining. Yes, he was doing. Yes, he was. It was a pirate version of the game. Yeah, yeah. For that Lee was doing at Old Hammered. For those of you that haven't seen it, it's a pirates sort of era. I don't think that he actually changed any of the rules. I don't think that there's any kind of changes at all. It's just in a pirate setting, and that's perfectly fine. That's not a bad way to do it. Let's see now. What was I blathering about before I interrupted myself? Okay, good. Good.
No. I remember now. The difference between this game and all the thousands of other games. And go.
Is we're keeping track of the stuff. We're keeping track of the reputation and whatnots and who's the things. So it's gonna be this scenario coming up will really be the first opportunity for the players to start spending some of their hard-earned stuff. So Matt Spence has a backup point in the bank, and he has an experience point. It's important to remember that one of the ways that we kind of make sure the game stays balanced is that we don't allow the leagues to like just get overpowered very quickly. That's just not a good thing. And we've seen that in a lot of other games where the experience system is broken. And, you play just a few games and all of a sudden you're way above everybody else. And that's just not the way we want to do it. One of the ways that we control that is that a lot of your assets that you select, like your extra backup characters, your contacts, and things like that, those provide a temporary bonus that only lasts for one scenario and then they're gone. So they're not really that big of a deal. But there are some things that do give you permanent bonuses, and that would be reputation. Mm-hmm. So as your reputation improves, and the first reputation bonus comes in at 10 points, 10 reputation. And right now, Matt Spence has 4. So he's just a little under halfway there. And then Michael Greenhill has 2 reputation, and Vern Jeske has 2 also. David Lowe has no reputation because he hasn't actually started the campaign. This Sunday will be their first scenario. Experience is also one of those permanent things. So right now he has 1 experience point, and if he wanted to, he could buy a new level 1 ability for Speedy because he's playing the Sky Pirates, and Speedy is a level 1 character. So if he wanted to, he could go in there and increase her shoot with like marksman skill, or give her fierce so she's more brawly. So there's things that you could do to help a low level character like that fairly easily. Also remember that a level 1 character can never gain more than one experience point, or you can never spend more than one experience on a level 1 character. So that would be it. That would be her full development right there. Anywho, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know if Matt is planning on spending any of his points yet or not. And that's part of the strategy of the campaign also. You have to decide, do you hold on to that and wait until you get a second experience point, and then you could spend that on 21 or 24 his ally level characters. If he held on to it until he got 3 experience points, then he could add a new ability to number 2. If he held on to it until he got 4 experience points, he could raise Raven. That would be pretty hard to achieve though in the span of the campaign. So that's gonna be a hard
be
go.
More helpful to beef up some of his lower guys.
Sure. Yeah, because that's a permanent increase. If you went ahead and spent that experience point on Speedy right now, she would be tougher and better for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah.
If you waited and just did it later on, it wouldn't have much of an effect. Now she is just a follower level character, so spending an experience point on her is kind of iffy, because she gets KO'd pretty quick. But if you could help her out and make her more dangerous, or just look at any of the level 1 abilities and try and find something that would work for her. All right. Let's see. I think that's my list for today. Is that my list for today?
It looks like it.
Do I have any questions for the boys and girls at home?
I think you answered the one I saw.
Okay. Fiber is always helpful. Are we using the harrowing escapes? Yes, that is an optional rule, and I'm so glad you asked that. Yes, if you want to, you can use it. I'm not going to make any of the players use it, or and you can pick and choose who you're going to use it on. But basically, if a character is KO'd in a scenario, then you can roll on the harrowing escapes table, and sometimes they will face some sort of challenge. And if they're successful, they could come out of it with a bonus. If they're unsuccessful, then they could go into the next game with some sort of hindrance or injury, or something like that. So the harrowing escape table is optional. And yes, I'm so glad you mentioned that, Dave, because we definitely want to ask. I'm trying to remember if I think all of the Sky Pirates, all of his low-level characters went out of play in the last scenario. They were KO'd. So he would have the option to roll on the harrowing escape for any of those guys.
Yeah.
All right.
What are you working on?
This is my little tank that I'm working on. I guess I started it earlier today. Here. So look how cool that is.
Is that on the store?
This? No, this is a Tamaya model. I don't carry these at all. I'd like to, because I really like a bunch of their stuff. I'd like to be able to offer it for other folks, but not so far. Really cool little tank. Very, very early tank. It even has the rivets. That's how early that is. And so very cool. It has a very early sort of look to it because, well, it is an early tank. So I'm going to use it for all kinds of stuff. I'll use it for a Japanese tank, or whatever I want to call it to be. So I'm not too particular about such things. All right, then. Thank you guys so much for jumping on here. Hey, Scott. Glad you were on here. Check design, Robert says. Yeah, I saw you made a comment earlier about that being a check design. So very cool. Very cool. Apparently, it was a check tank that was design that was stolen. That's interesting. All right, then. I guess that's it.
I think so.
Okay. Boys and girls, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We will see you on Sunday. Roll credits. Cue the music, Bessy. Keep going. Keep going. No, keep going.